day, people, good people. I don't know if I'm gonna make this video regardless of what my test results say, or if I'm only gonna post this video if my test results are positive, it isn't good. So I'm sure based on the title, we know why we're all here. Either I have thyroid cancer or I've been scared of having thyroid cancer. I don't know I don't know, we'll see. But I know that I want my story to be one of advocacy and learning to advocate for yourself, right? Like, so go back a couple months ago, maybe around February-ish, that's when I started feeling like I had like a lump in my throat, right? So I was like, I thought maybe I'm sick, like regular sick. My kids are sick all the time, but the location of the lump had me a little thrown off, right? So I felt like something here. And I was like, the first eyebrow goes up. So, but I'm like, I don't know, man. It could be a lymph node, but not there. Like, I've never had nothing there. So, some time went by. Everybody got better from the sickness, but I still felt like I had this, like something was stuck in my throat, right? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I have PCOS. Maybe like I have hypothyroidism because of that, or whatever, hormone issues. So then I just remember this one distinct night I was laying in bed and I was like laying down and it felt like there was a ball in my throat. So I was like, nah, man, I don't know what's going on, but I need to go get it checked out for sure. So I go to my PCP and I was like, yeah, I told her everything I just told you guys. I'm like, something just doesn't feel right, like, And she she said, okay, let me touch and feel. And at this point, Aaliyah, right, I have done my own personal assessment, and I could tell that one side was definitely larger than the other. So I was like, okay, for sure, but she's feeling, she's like, everything kind of feels okay and normal. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, it's not. Like, I know my own body. I know what's normal and what's not normal for me. Something's off. So then, based on, me kind of pushing a little bit, she's like, okay, let's order an ultrasound first. And if not, then we can have a consult for GI. Because I'm thinking maybe, but I didn't have any other GI symptoms, like no nausea, vomiting. I'm thinking maybe I have like esophageal diverticuli or something, something else, maybe. But I didn't have any of those symptoms. So I went and I got my ultrasound, and it kind of took a longer time than I thought, especially on this right side. Like, I saw she was really doing stuff. I was like, okay. So after that, I was like, I feel like it's not going to be normal. I knew it wasn't going to be normal because I could tell based on just feeling it wasn't going to be normal. But I, again, was thinking maybe hypothyroidism. That was what I went towards. So after we got our ultrasound results, and I read it, and then I told Anthony, I'm like, dang, like, the results are definitely not normal. It stated like nodules, multiple nodules on my thyroid, which is like, okay, you hear that, you're automatically like, your heart sinks a little bit, right? And but then it was like there's one that was like specific, like larger, on the larger side, like an inch in diameter, and they're like based on the size, and it was like there's some sort of like risk assessment scale that they do, and it's like based on the scale, it's like 4 out of 5 like considered suspicious. Hate that word now, by the way, suspicious. Anyways, so that the size wasn't the part that became nerve-wracking. It's the fact that it was being this 4 to 5 of being suspicious. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, but I'm trying to stay positive, trying to do whatever, and they're like, based on the size, you have to have it biopsied. So that's where I went in and I got the biopsy done, as you'll see in the next footage. And yeah, I'm still currently waiting on the results. So as I make this video, I have no clue what the results will be. She said he might give me the option to do it today. I thought we were just, I don't know. I mean, might as well, right? I'm here. I'm by myself, but I'll be okay. A little nerve-wracking, but I mean, it needs to be done, so might as well get it done, right? It is April 14th. This is where we are. Alright guys, you see this fat band-aid on my neck. I just got done with the biopsy. It was a fine needle aspiration. Let me tell you, first he sprayed this numbing spray, then he lidocaine the area, and for reference, the nodule is about 1 inch large on my thyroid. So, you know, that's kind of the size that he's aiming for. But first of all, the lidocaine part, wasn't a fan, but it was okay, tolerable, you know. I'm not gonna lie, after childbirth and all that stuff, things can hurt, but ain't nothing gonna compare at this point. So, yeah. During the actual biopsy, he did it at least like maybe 5-6 times, where, you know, they have the ultrasound on and then he goes in. But I didn't look up the procedure beforehand because I didn't want to freak myself out. I knew generally what it was gonna be like with the ultrasound, the needle, but I didn't really know more than that. Okay, he was like, it went in and I was watching because the ultrasound was right here, my head was turned, so I was watching, and it was like this motion, like in the nodule, like, and I'm watching the needle just poking me in the neck. And I've passed out a few times in my lifetime, so I know my symptoms when I'm starting to feel that way. And I started to feel those like pass out symptoms. So I was just like, okay, don't look. I was just looking at the ceiling. I had my music in my ears, and that was that. So yeah. So it, like I said, I had the song on repeat, and it probably went 3 times. So, and the song's maybe 3 minutes-ish, 2 to 3 minutes. So the process had to be about 6 to 9-10 minutes-ish. But the biggest part is afterwards, the doctor didn't seem too confident that this nodule was gonna be benign. You know, he was kind of like, you know, based on how it felt. And I don't know, maybe that's why he did it so many times. I don't know, maybe he wanted a really good sample. But based on how it felt and the surrounding lymph nodes looks suspicious, we're not sure how the results will be. Now, should he have said that to me? Probably not. Because now I'm sitting here thinking I got the thyroid cancer. Who knows? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. We won't know until the results are here. But yeah, so and as a nurse, we are kind of adapted to reading like doctor body language, the way that they phrase things. He probably just should have just said, all right, all done, let's wait for the results. He should have just kept all of the information to himself. But, you know, he's telling me like possible next steps. Of course, they're going to say, okay, follow up, wait for the call, all that good stuff. But based off everything that I have gathered at the end of that visit, I don't know how confident I am. But like I said, we're just going to wait and see how everything turns out. I think, emotion. I mean, of course, it's kind of emotional, right? You never know. I'm going to call Anthony on the phone, tell him what happened. Of course, initially emotional, but I think from the get-go of finding out something was not normal from the first ultrasound, there's always that kind of underlying, like, maybe. So there's always still, that's just there. So we'll just wait for the results in a few days, and I don't know, we'll see where this video goes. Well, guys, it is official. I have thyroid cancer. Papillary thyroid cancer, to be more specific. You know, this was always a possibility, so I think I've been kind of mentally preparing myself for this part, you know, like already went through all the intrusive thoughts and what ifs and sadness and all that privately. Because I don't know, a part of me just knew. So, but of course, still hearing. This is a phone call, by the way. When the doctor called me, I was at work, and I don't know, just still hearing it, still have a little bit of a hit, hit you. Then you're like, damn. Then you're like, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's where we at now. I'm waiting for Anthony to get home to tell him it's kind of late. He had like haircut and all this stuff. We're supposed to go on family vacation tomorrow. Tomorrow's family vacation in Florida. This video is probably going to come out after. So go back and see that. If you guys notice my energy was off during that video, it's because I just found out I had cancer. That's why. But I will say that there is a bright side. Find the bright side, right? The bright side is this type of cancer is very treatable. So the prognosis and the outcomes are usually really good. So that's the first bright side. The second bright side is I am, at a hospital. I'm at Rush University Hospital in Chicago. Like, that's where I work. That's where I'm getting treated. And they have amazing teams. So I'm confident in the healthcare that I am going to receive. Shout out to having insurance. Because already the bills are already billing. Okay, I'm about to reach my deductible before I even get surgery. So, next steps, you guys saw, I already did the biopsy, everything. My bills so far is like $1,200-ish. That is like ultrasound, radiology, biopsy by the doctor. I am still waiting on the lab bill, and I have a CT scan when we come back from our trip, which is, I'm sure it's gonna hit my individual deductible after the blood work alone, like after the biopsy alone come back. So yeah, but yeah, I feel like I'm oddly not freaking out as people usually do. But like I said, I think I already had my moments of freaking out. So I feel like I have this stoic, nonchalant approach to this. I don't know. At this point, it's what I say. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? To get through the stuff, to do the things that we need to do. So that's kind of my perspective now. Like, life still goes on. I'm still in school, still got the kids, still got plans. Like, that's not gonna stop me from doing any of that. So we're gonna keep pushing and just take each step as they go. Yep. So I'm about to tell my mom and my mother-in-law the news. And I don't know, I just came in the room. They're out there with the kids. They're playing. So I'm just like, I'm waiting for Anthony to get home. He's getting a haircut. I haven't even told him yet, to be honest. Because I want to tell him in person, but I don't know how that conversation's gonna go. I kind of know how the conversation with Anthony's gonna go, but I don't know how that conversation's gonna go. So I kind of tricked my mother-in-law to come here. I'm like, yeah, can you come over later? The kids, hang out with the kids a little bit. So it's almost their bedtime, and that's when, and I'm hungry. So I don't even know, how do you even tell somebody you got cancer? Like, how do you even do that? How do you say that? Like, and I'm just so like, I'm like the worst person to be doing this. I already know how this is gonna go. I'm like, yeah, we got something to say, or we got some news. My mom's gonna be like, are you pregnant? You pregnant? That's what she's gonna say. You pregnant? That's what she always says. Every time I gotta say something, she's always, you pregnant? No. If you watch a few videos back, Anthony, that's not possible. Okay? But I watch her. She's still gonna say it. I know she is. So it's like, pregnant? No, I'm just got cancer. Just got cancer, that's it. Bro. Well, good morning. It's the 30th of April, and today's our CT scan. Well, my CT scan. And Anthony's just here to keep me company while we wait.
Yeah, and back to work as if nothing's happening.
Yep. Anyways, that's what's happening. I'm not claustrophobic, but I still just don't like the idea of being strapped up in a CT scan.
This is your first CT scan ever?
Yeah, why would I need one?
I'm asking.
Yeah, so... And I know I'm a nurse, but I also don't like the idea of getting an IV.
Because she can't give him that one.
Cause what? Cause what? Cause what?
Alright. So that's what we're doing.
So that's what's happening today. That part of the journey. Wait, why I'm getting a CT scan is because he's pretty sure it's spread to my lymph nodes, so we have to see what that looks like. Oh, that's us.
Everything that happens is motivation.
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some IVs in my time. I'm sure Leah has seen more. But that was so smooth. That IV was so smooth. It took like 3 seconds.
It did.
Bam, 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 bam. We over here. All together 2 minutes, if that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
We need her name, need her info. When they shout her out.
I need to send my students to her.
You might need a little shadow
I think
day.
of all my earrings. How many I have? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10.
Chang rang, chang rang. Look at that.
These ones are a little tricky.
Okay. Well, they got a whole little duck off spot for the CT. Little room.
So I definitely meant to do this update earlier when Anthony was in the car, but we were yapping. And I'm like almost at work. So quick update. So it is the next day. It is May 1st. I had my final doctor's appointment before surgery. Can you see the light? It's gonna rain outside, so it's kind of dark. But yeah, and I also had a laryngoscopy. So they basically they inserted a camera up my nose. So they squirted some numbing medicine down. It's not really it was like fluid. So as they're like so you imagine inhaling fluid. So I'm doing that, and it's coming through the other one. It's swallowing down. It was very disgusting, by the way. Okay. So, and it's coming out my mouth, and it's tasting, and I'm just like, oh, it was, yeah. Then they inserted the camera. First, they inserted it in the left one, and you could feel the camera moving around, and oh, child, you could feel it moving around in there. And then she takes it out, and then blood just running down my face, and we all looked, and then we all looked at the doctor because it was the PA that the physician assistant that did it at first. And we all looked like, I don't feel like that's supposed to happen. So then cleaned up, and then we did the whole procedure again in the next side. So I had to get it done twice. So yeah, I could feel the little thing moving around. Not pleasant. It was not a pleasant experience. But you know, I was kind of there, eyes closed, tears running down. It was just like a response, not like I'm crying, but it was like, you know, something is in there, so tears automatically kind of form. And he had me, I had to do like, what did he say? Once he got it wherever, they were checking my vocal cords. That's what the purpose of that is. So it's in there, he's doing it, and then I had to say like E, Then he said, take a deep breath after. I don't know. But yeah, so I did that. Did whatever. So yeah. And then after that, he said vocal cords look fine. Cool. So he went through all the consent, the risks of everything, you know, the spiel. So yeah, so now all the pre-stuff's done. I got my blood work, I got an EKG, all that good stuff. And now we're just waiting for surgery. Hopefully surgery is scheduled on the 6th, but he says that they gave him a late OR time. And because I think he said maybe he could, on the CT, they saw maybe 7 lymph nodes that were affected. So based on that, my surgery is probably going to be a little longer, maybe 3 to 4 hours long. So they didn't want to do it late in the evening. So we're trying to get, well, not we, they're trying to fight for an earlier OR time based on my case. So yeah, we'll see. If not, I might go to a different Rush hospital. I'm at the main campus. We might go to a different location. And if it really doesn't work out, then we have to probably reschedule so it's at a better time during the day. Hopefully not. He said he's really trying to fight that it's not, because he's really trying to get this done as soon as possible. So yeah, that is the current update. So now we're just sitting tight till surgery. So see you surgery day. But what's today? May 6th. At what time? It's like 2:18 right now. My surgery is supposed to be 3:50, but they're running early, so I'll be gone before then. I'm changed. I took my pregnancy test.
What is it? Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And what else?
You're hungry, you're thirsty.
I am very hungry. I'm not ashy.
You're supposed to be.
I'm supposed to be ashy. Michael, I'm very hungry. I'm quite thirsty. That's all I'm thinking about. And we're gonna have a good surgery.
Successful.
Next time you see me,
Turning point.
You'll have your scar.
I'm gonna tell people I got in a fight with Black Panther.
Let me come up with the story.
That's not a good one. That's not a good one. I think that's a good
With a
one.
cat.
That's more believable.
A cat. A cat would make such a dramatic.
Yeah, I'm out of cats.
Anyways, so that's that. I don't know. We'll see. Praying for a good procedure. That's all. That's it. Do you have anything to say, Daddy?
This is when we beat the cancer. This is it right now.
Well, we
today.
still have another step behind this, but
I said we beat, not killed. We beat it now.
this is
we
one
killed
fight.
it.
This is one battle in the fight. All right.
In the war.
In the war, one
First
battle.
battle.
First battle.
Physical.
Physical
The
battle.
mental battle started.
The mental battle's been thing. Yeah.
Instead of God, I call on you this afternoon on behalf of Aaliyah Lacey Wilmot Wright. Lord, I call on
Everything that happens is motivation.
The surgeon came in,
Look at that face.
marked her up. Lift up. So he's gonna do his work. So leave in the comments some tattoo ideas.
But you're not even videotaping anything.
Leave in the comments some tattoo ideas. Okay.
I'm not getting a neck tattoo. No, leave in the comments what story I should tell.
That too.
I think that's a better one. What story? What's the story behind the scar?
Yeah, that too though.
Shark bite.
No.
Black Panther.
No.
Help with a shark. Shark would carry the entire.
That for the flight.
The princess wing.
So she went. Well, I got the notification that her surgery began at 4:44, something like that. I got the last notification at about what, 9:26, I believe. So it took more than 4 hours, but he finished up and the surgeon came, spoke with us. He said it was a little more aggressive, the cancer that is, than he thought. But his team took a little extra time to get it all taken care of. He said it got a little bit on her vocal cord, which scared me at first, but once again, it took so long because he just took his time, scraped it all off and whatnot. So he felt pretty good. He made me feel a lot better. He was really optimistic in the surgery. So yeah, it's good news, but she's still in recovery. You know, she has to wake up naturally from the anesthesia and everything. So I can't wait to see her. But here, she asked for one thing afterwards. She wanted some broccoli cheddar soup from Panera Bread. So here I am making that happen. I did it, baby.
I had a weird dream.
You had a weird dream?
You were taking me out. I was like, you got the kids.
You know the kids got love? They're taken care of. Good job, baby. This is the room for the night. It's not the Ritz-Carlton, but it ain't the Rare Roof Inn either. She had a little smoothie. Pretty much hurt though. We're a little tender. Taking it easy. You remember anything?
Just when you told me to breathe in the mask. And the dream I was having about the kids.
There's a lot of people in there.
It was like 3 when I was there.
I'm still scarred from the birth. I don't like seeing you getting wheeled away nowhere.
Okay.
The births of our two sons. Those were the only times I was like in the hospital with you for real. And going surgery. Yeah, this is over. We're taking it easy. Only here for one night, so it'll be a quick little turnaround. Yeah. Good morning, lady of the hour.
Potatoes a little hard to go down.
Yeah, sure.
Did you chew them whole?
What we eating on today?
Hospital food.
Don't do that. This is gourmet. That's French toast bake. Some
It's
bacon,
mushy.
potato them, and some eggs. And some freshly squeezed lemonade. No way.
I really need to mush this through. It feels like it's going down super slow. Take smaller bites.
There you go. But you're doing well this morning, though.
I am. I'm up, awake. I do look a little droopy in my eye. Okay, let me quickly. While y'all watching me, I'm like, why she look like that? They said that during neck surgery, sometimes it could stun the nerve. And I guess I'm lucky enough to have a stun nerve, facial nerve. So my right eye is droopy, but it should return to normal after it gains, I don't know, but it should come back to normal. So this is just me she didn't even give me a time. They didn't know.
They said it shouldn't be weeks, though.
It shouldn't be weeks, but it's probably
gradually
a couple
gets
days.
better.
So I might put on an eye patch so I don't walk around looking crazy.
Can y'all tell if she's being a little dramatic?
I'm not.
Like, it's not like
The
you
longer-
can tell, sure, but it ain't like.
The longer I feel like it gets kind of like tired. So I feel like the longer I have my eyes open, it slowly goes down a little bit more.
She act like you Forrest Whitaker, Uncle Ruckus out here.
I
like
am.
It's not that bad.
I am.
You're still cute.
I am. I do still have numbness, so I can't feel under my what is this? Chin. All this is numb. He did not. I asked my doctor to take off some of my double chin, but he didn't do it. Anyways, but under here is numb. Back here, like behind my ear here, is all numb as well. I do have pain though, but it's been better. The pain last night was way worse. This morning the pain is like very controlled, and it's just, you know, you had something done. Of course you're gonna feel something, but it's not painful, you know. So yeah, and I'm up. I'm not hoarse. I thought I was gonna be like, but I'm sounding pretty good. My dad said it sounded like I didn't even have nothing done.
Yeah, you sound a lot better than yesterday.
Yeah, last night I was definitely like sounded funny, but now I'm doing better. First day post-op day 1.
Post-op day 1. So what we know today is that you will be discharged unless, you know, something happens, but discharges of the plan.
Discharges.
She began her calcium pills, right, until your parathyroid gets back 100%.
Yeah, I have to take calcium pills for probably a couple weeks, and then I started my Synthroid, which is what I have to take forever. That's part of my daily regimen now, so I started that this morning.
But how was it though? Was it a huge pill?
No, it's like a little tiny thing.
Yeah, just one little tiny pill.
Tiny pill.
Take it in the morning, right? It said on an empty stomach.
Yeah, take it in the morning, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and then, you know, go about your day.
Yeah, very doable, right? No restrictions. Like they didn't say you can never drink, you can never.
No, just.
That's very manageable.
Of course, I do a little bit more research into it.
Yeah.
I know a little bit, but you know, since it's a part of my daily now, I'll make sure I know everything. But yeah, that's this part of the journey is coming to a close, and then we'll deal with the next part next time.
Just living with it now.
Wait, so I didn't tell him. Okay, so did you tell him at all about surgery or anything? Okay, so surgery, like Anthony mentioned, went almost 5 hours, way longer than anticipated. So we knew going in that they were going to remove central lymph nodes, the entire thyroid, and some lateral lymph nodes. But when they were doing surgery, they realized that the cancer actually spread to my vocal cords. So they had to spend extra time, and more lymph nodes that were like deeper. So they had to spend extra time making sure they got all of it, and then they had to, what Anthony said, scrape.
That's what, like they had to really. That was the really right vocal cord, mainly.
Off the right vocal cord, like get the cancer off of the right vocal cord. So all that just took way more time than anticipated. I don't think anybody recognized that the cancer was actually as aggressive as it came.
Yeah, from what he made it sound like, it was like, you know, thyroid removing, lymph nodes removed, but vocal cord, it was like, okay, we really got to take our time because we're not removing that, and we need it to be
good,
functional. So
based on how I saw it, you would know I was getting my vocal cord scraped last yesterday, did you? So like again, thank God that I listened to my body and got this stuff rolling. As
thank
quick
God
as
for
we
the
did.
surgeon and his team.
Yeah. So the next step after I heal is iodine radiation. So that's down the line. So I guess we could catch back up on that part of the journey when that gets here.
All right. Well, you comfortable in? You got your personal robe on, got your fox. You a guest? You an experienced?
I'm experienced.
Post-opper?
Look, if I'm here, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I look good while I'm doing it.
Let's see. What's that? Foundation? Hair slick back? What's going on?
Okay.